Hey, how's it going, everybody? Mike Weber here, your Los Angeles real estate broker, here with your real estate market update for the beginning of November 2020. Boy, oh boy, have the last few weeks been crazy, not just because of everything that's been going on with the election and the country, but also in the real estate market as well. It has been a wild ride, extremely busy. I'm a little late to getting this video out, unfortunately, because I've personally been very busy, but also our data was down for several days, so we didn't have access to all of the updated data for the end of the month. But in any case, market is totally on fire. Really, it's leveled out a little bit, but it has maintained this new perch of highest prices for the most part in history, along with what we're seeing right now in the stock market. Inventory remains pretty muted across the board, and closed sales are up. So in the lending sphere, we're seeing a ton of activity, tons and tons of mortgages. So it's very difficult just dealing with lenders right now, even for purchases. A lot of them are slow, they're not responding, so on and so forth. And on the buyer side, it is extremely difficult to get an offer accepted. There's very limited inventory out there. We're back to multiple offers on almost every property. Sellers, dictating very extreme terms like no appraisal contingency, very short contingency periods for inspection, review of reports and disclosures. Even loan contingencies are getting reduced substantially. So to be successful out there as a buyer, you need to have a sharp agent right now, be very aggressive, see properties quickly, and write extremely strong offers to even have a shot of getting your offer accepted. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll take a look at what's happening in Los Angeles County as a whole, and then we'll dive down a little deeper into the South Bay beach cities and see how that compares to the county in general. All right, so getting started here in Los Angeles County and looking at median home prices, we are up 15.6% year over year. And as we talked about in the last video, we have just seen the most dramatic spike that I've ever seen, going back a very long ways in median home prices. A lot of this is a result, again, of these extremely low mortgage rates, which is allowing buyers to afford and finance a lot more home than they could have over the last couple of years. And also a lot of government intervention in different ways that are preventing inventory from coming on the market. Also, we're seeing an increase in new lending programs that are offering down payment assistance, various ways for buyers to get into homes, in some cases with as little as 1.5% down now. And then, of course, there's FHA financing with about 3.5% on top of that. So there's really all kinds of ways that buyers are able to afford these properties, even as the prices continue to rise. Now, if we take a look at the supply of inventory, we see, we're still down very low at 3.2 months supply. Obviously not a balanced market by any measure. We'd really want to see closer to 5, maybe 6, 7 months, to get into that sort of balanced range for buyers and sellers. So in any case, with this limited inventory on the market, you just have a lot of competition. There's a lot of people that are looking to move for one reason or another. And there's just a lot more demand, unfortunately, than there is housing supply right now in Los Angeles County. Now, let's take a look here at closed sales. And what we see is that those are up 11.4% year over year. So again, really what happened is, we kind of saw the beginning of the year really taper down to kind of an extreme low in terms of activity as a result of COVID. And then as soon as things started opening up, as soon as we were allowed to kind of practice, show and sell real estate again, things just exploded. And we've just really taken off since then. So it's almost like all the activity for the year got pushed back 2 or 3 or 4 months. And now we're seeing all the activity we typically see towards the middle of the year, now towards the end of the year. So very interesting to see that change and to see kind of all that activity end up getting pushed later into the year, kind of making, the traditional buying and selling season no longer apply as a result of COVID. Now, if we take a look at the South Bay beach cities and the information that's coming out of our local board of realtors here, we're seeing pretty much the exact same trend as Los Angeles County. We had that huge, massive increase spike, and then we're kind of flattening it out here over the last several months. Now, we are still up compared to a year ago, just around 15%, but we have seen a tapering off so far. So, with this big of a price increase, with affordability issues, of course, coupled with the low rates, which are helping to stimulate growth right now, it's going to be interesting to see if this can continue on. Of course, we have the stock market taking out all-time highs as well. So there's certainly going to be a wealth effect for a lot of people that are able to use, cash out some of those stocks to purchase additional real estate, etc. But it'll be interesting to see what happens going into next year. Administration change, lots of new laws, maybe some new tax increases, and how that's ultimately going to affect the real estate market going forward. Now, if we look at month supply, we are just at a minimum here, 2.5 months. So again, very, very limited housing supply here in the market in the South Bay. Not a lot of homes for buyers to choose from. You cannot be choosy in this kind of market as a buyer unless you're maybe in the top 5 or 10% in terms of your buying power, maybe all cash, a lot of money down, able to drop appraisal contingencies, maybe write offers with no inspection period, so on and so forth. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to win and get an offer accepted with this limited inventory in the market. Now, finally, we'll take a look at closed sales in the South Bay. And those are up 16.5% year over year. So interesting, we had very low closed sales kind of towards the beginning of the year during the COVID period where we were locked down. And then all of a sudden, dramatic spike up, massive closed sales, much higher amount than we had at any point all of last year. So really, we're trying to catch up for lost ground during that period where we were shut down and locked down. All right, so I hope this information was useful. I'll make sure to keep you updated over the next couple months, keep you in the loop of what's happening in the local real estate market. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so now. Click the like button. Leave some comments down below what you're seeing in your local area, what you think prices are going to do next year. Love to talk with you guys more about that in the comments. And of course, if I can help you with anything real estate related, don't hesitate to reach out anytime. I'm here to help. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.